Bwana tubo gwatanite na batu tuborwari kiri rwaria rwa imwe na Dr. Josephat Karanja urani Registrar Academic and Student Affairs kiri Meru University kenda kwariria Utungata Bwa Meru na ukagutha wina kiuria kigie Meru University no withiro karina batu kulukira 23 Senate number ya SMS kana withiro kiringa namba ciao yu chiri TV ni au withiro kiamukira Utungata Bwa Meru uringienda kuibwa kuma kiri skuru na tukwenda kwadirie mantu mwanya ntikwenda oteita kwenda umuwato weni kenda wengwa aturande itumi harea utukuborori. Karibu sana daktari.
Asante sana. Wacha niseme ya kwamba ninashukuru sana kwa kunipatia hii nafasi. Kwa majina naitwa Dr. Stephen Karanja ambaye ni senior lecturer Department of Mathematics in the School of Pure and Applied Sciences at Meru University of Science and Technology. Na pia mimi ndio registrar ambaye anadeal na masomo na mambo inahusiana ya wanafunzi. Academic and Student Affairs. Thank you.
Now, straight to the point, kuna placement, kuna results za KUPS na hizo placement zimetokea. So mzazi na mwanafunzi ni kipi wanafaa kujua?
Asante sana. Niseme ya kwamba tarehe 8 mwezi huu, that is on 8th of July, the minister in charge of education released the 2026-2027 placement. A total of over 200,000 students were placed in our universities. And it is very important for students and parents to take note, because I know majority of them, sometimes they get this placement and they don't know what to do. One, the moment you get the message that you have been placed in a learning institution, immediately you try to contact that university. Most of the university already have that information on their website. So when you log into the website of that institution, you'll actually see information. Let me take Meru University for example. You log into our website, Meru University, Meru University of Science and Technology. When you log in, on the home page, you'll actually see instructions. Download letter of admission. So students just need to click on it, then they follow the instruction and they get the letter. Universities also do a lot of effort to communicate to the students. For example, in our case, we normally send messages to the students. We also follow with calling the students. So in a nutshell, let me say the student should ensure he or she has downloaded letter of admission.
Okay.
That is very important. Number two, immediately you download that letter of admission, of course it gives you a lot of instruction. When are you reporting to the institution? What are the requirements? So the parent should read that letter very closely. But, and this one I want to emphasize, that letter now opens another door. The door of applying, and I insist, it is a very important stage, applying for government funding. We have the link. Most of the letters of admission indicate the link, www.hef. You'll actually find all that. Because if you don't apply for government funding, the assumption is that you don't need any funding from government. And therefore, you will be charged the full cost of a program. And that is actually why you get, I am the registrar, so I encounter this many times. a student arrives. Then we just realized he or she never applied for government funding. And if the window for application is closed, then we start a very bad journey with that student. Because now the cost of the program, all of it, is actually put on the shoulder of the parent. Mm-hmm. So I want to emphasize the parent, because right now the window is open. As we talk, the application for government funding is on. They ensure they log in to the portal, they follow the instructions, and apply. And if you may allow me, I want to emphasize that everyone is eligible. Kila mtu. There are those who believe that if I don't have an ID, I cannot apply. That's not true. Because when you log in into that portal, there are two pathways. They ask you, do you have an ID? If yes, then you are asked for the ID number. If you don't have the ID, you follow another path where you log in using your index number. Every student has an index number. So we should not have parents saying, my child don't have an ID. That one should not be there. So I really want to emphasize that those two stages, letter of admission, you download it from the institution's website or the instructions that the institution have sent to you. Number two, once you have that letter, don't keep it and wait for the date of reporting. No, apply for government funding. And make sure you follow the government funding. There is a process. Finally, you'll be informed that your application has been successful.
All right.
Yeah.
So maybe I have been admitted and I am not satisfied with the institution.
Yes.
Or maybe the program.
Yeah.
Are there any options for me?
Very, very well. That is completely understandable. By the way, let me say, currently we have a very robust system in the Kenya education system. Because immediately you get result of your KCSE, you are first of all given an opportunity to select two things: the institution you want to join and the program you want to study. That is the first stage. Yeah. Then after selecting, you are placed. Supposing you are placed in an institution or in a program that you felt, no, this is not what I wanted. Then KUBS gives you a second chance and tells you, like now they opened the portal from 15th of July. Kutoka tarehe 15 mwezi wa 7 wakafungua nafasi to apply for something called inter-institutional transfer. Meaning, you can transfer from University A and join University B. You can move from University B and go to University A. As we speak, those are the things right now we are doing as registrars.
Is it the one munaita inter-institution transfer process?
Yeah, ndio tunaita inter-institution. Because the reason why we don't call it inter-university, because kuna yule atatoka university, aenda college. Na mwingine atoke college, akuje university. All between a college and another college. Because you know, KUBS doesn't only place students in universities. It places students in universities and also colleges. So yes, it is inter-institutional transfer.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. And by the way, just to emphasize, by around 16th of August, that process will be through. So
next month?
Next month. So anybody who is actually intending to transfer from one university to another, he or she should actually do it within that particular period. And of course, the earlier the better, because if you apply for a course and maybe you find it is filled, because we actually consider first come, first served. So the earlier, the better for anyone who wishes to transfer.
So maybe I want to transfer or I've been placed somewhere else.
Yes.
Why should I join Meru University?
Wow, a very good question. Let me start saying that just like any other institution, Meru University, we have a clear mandate. That is mandate of training people for different careers. You can call it teaching and learning.
Yeah.
We also have the mandate to do research and innovation. Very important. In fact, it's a key mandate for an institution called a university. And then we do something called community service. Mm-hmm. But why Meru University in particular? Meru University, one of the things that I would like to say is that we have deliberately created a very conducive learning environment. The ecosystem. Just to mention a few, most of the people who know Meru, Tukopara and Cheru, Tigania West, actually we have a very big rad opposite the Nchurin Cheke Parliament, close the road. And we neighbor the Imenti Forest on the lower side. And the moment you get into that university, one of the things you notice is that it's a green university and a university with a very serene learning environment. And number two, we have social amenities. Students who are there, we make sure that they are very safe. We have a police station within the university. We have security, both employed by the university and also private security agencies. 24/7, the university is guarded. Mm-hmm. So one, the students are extremely safe. Number two, we have a very vibrant health system. Right at the gate, there is a hospital. And we have MOUs with other medical facilities within Meru. And we have ambulances. Sometimes if students get sick, maybe in their places of residence, mm-hmm. and they alert us, we quickly are able to get them. And if we are not able to handle the case, we are actually able to work with the other health sector organizations. That first of all gives parents a lot of comfort that wherever you are, your child is safe, and we have ensured in case of an emergency, the university is able to handle. That's number one. Number two, very robust academic curriculum. Maybe for those who know Meru University STEM, we are actually operating with 8 schools. And without going into a lot of details, ours is hands-on training. Even as we speak, most of our students are on attachment. Mm-hmm. And reports that we actually get because we do surveys is that our students are doing very well. So we have a very, very deliberately created learning infrastructure from laboratories. Like now our engineering department, we have already been identified as one of the institutions where government is constructing a center of excellence in electrical and electronic engineering. Government is putting over 870 million at Meru University. We are getting the state-of-art equipment for teaching engineering. Really, if you look at that and you actually maybe even compare us with even the institution we can actually call old institution, we might be among the best with most modern learning equipment. When you come to a school of agriculture and food science, where we have the state-of-art laboratories, you go to our flagship and one of the programs we are very proud about, computing and informatics. Very elaborate learning equipment. You go to our School of Education, where we have expanded. By the way, we are among the universities which are training teachers in engineering and technical field. You know, we have, of course, the traditional teachers in science, training teachers in art. But now we have actually brought in teachers in electrical. We are training teachers in mechanical engineering, civil, and civil engineering. If you now go to our School of Nursing, maybe this is a school we are very proud about, because our nursing students are doing extremely well, especially at the global level. And we have introduced program. Of course, we have the nursing. Then we have brought midwifery. We are training. I think it's the only university in Kenya right now that is enrolling students in midwifery. We are training students in the field of nutrition and dietetics. And we are bringing more programs in that particular school. We have a very elaborate school of health sciences. We have clinical medicine, we have medical laboratory sciences, we have public health, among others. Then, as a university, you introduced it very well, a University of Science and Technology. We have a school that now do the sciences. Because our job is we teach the sciences, and then from those sciences, we are actually able to apply it. That is where the technology comes in. So we have a school which deals with sciences. It's called the School of Pure and Applied Sciences. By the way, that's where I belong as a lecturer. I'm in the Department of Mathematics in the field of applied mathematics. So here we teach actuarial science, we teach statistics, we teach physics, we teach chemistry, we teach environmental science, biotechnology, all those related sciences. So this school is the one which actually services all other schools. Then we have School of Business and Economics, where we actually train people in the field of business. And in the interest of time, we actually have a media department where we are actually dealing with the media. So you people, you can actually always join for further studies, for further training. We are very, very proud of. Engineering, I have mentioned about it. We also have institutes. Allow me to mention 2 institutes that we are very proud of. There is an institute that deals with sanitation and waste management. The slogan is simple: convert waste to wealth and health. Majority of the times, we don't think about the waste. We actually only think about how to utilize other resources. But nobody have ever thought, what about the waste? I will not go into a lot of details, but Meru University is actually doing very well. And allow me to actually educate parents and students whenever they are. Even when you are thinking about inter-institution transfer, parents don't know that there is a very good course, which is actually now a course which is in high demand, not only in Kenya, but all over the world. That is sanitation. We have a full BSc program, bachelor's program, in the field of sanitation and waste management. So we are very proud as an institution. Allow me finally, before I leave that topic, Meru University is also one of the leading universities when it comes to research and innovation. We have a full French directorate called rice ya mchele, lakini si mchele tunapika pale. Rice, ara ya kwanza tunafanya research.
Okay.
A lot of research, both the faculty and the student. I is innovation, and we incubate them. In fact, when you get to Meru University, one of the buildings that actually meets you is the Innovation Center that was built by our former Chancellor, Dr. Mwangi. And now we are expanding it. Safaricom is actually putting up another building called CCENT. So we do a lot of innovation. And we invite everyone, not just our students, even people. If you have an innovation, come to Meru University. We are able to incubate it and give you an opportunity to display it to the people. Then those innovations and research products, we don't keep them in the shelves. We commercialize them. That's where the C comes. commercialization.
So apart from
Yeah.
the COOPS transfers, any other admission opportunities?
Yes, we have. In fact, the COOPS placement is just one stream. You can join Meru University through what we call self-sponsored program. For example, and this one is one of the questions as a registrar I'm always asked. Supposing I want to do education science, but I don't meet the cutoff points by COOPS. Can I still do education science? The answer is yes. You just go to our portal, that is our website. You'll actually see what we call online admission platform. You apply for the course. We just check whether you meet the minimum requirement, and you join it. You can join our nursing programs through SSP. Every program that we do in Meru University, there are two ways getting into it, either through COOPS or through self-sponsored. But I want also to mention that we offer diploma courses. We have over 35 diploma courses that we offer. I will not outline all of them, but it's like every school has an associated diploma courses. If you're in engineering, there are also associated diploma. Kwa hivyo kama mtoto wako kutoka zamani anasemanga anataka kuwa engineer, alafu maybe hakupata the C+ hii ambayo tunaongea juu yake. Yeah. Amepata C, amepata C-, we shall give him or her an opportunity, come pursue a diploma in engineering kwa miaka miwili. Then after that, tumpatia an opportunity ya kujoin degree. Na akiendelea na degree anaweza fanya hata masters, hata PhD. Wale ambao hawakupata C ama C- and they got a D+, then you come and we give you a certificate course. And then after that you go to diploma. After that you go to degree. So ni kama platform, yule mtu ambaye hako na C+, yeye anaingia directly kwa bachelor's. Yule hakupata C+ akapata C ama C-, yeye anaingia kwa diploma. Wa D+ anaingia kwa certificate.
Wow. We have 6 minutes to finish up.
Okay,
we have 6 minutes to finish.
Okay.
So I want us to tackle the 3 remaining questions. Kuna government introduced a new student centered funding model. Hii inamaanisha nini kwa maybe wanafunzi, public na universities?
Very well. Universities since 2023 we have a new funding model. Very simple. As I said, once you get admission, the next thing, that letter gives you an opportunity to apply for funding. When you apply for funding, utaenda kwa platform ambayo utaulizwa maswali. These are questions maybe related to your parents' background, your education background, maybe where you come from. And by the way, this is important for them to know. When you're applying, always have all the documentary evidence. If you say you're an orphan, you must prove by maybe death certificates of your parents. If you say your parents are sick or they have been sickling, that. So what it means, coming back to your question, every child has an opportunity to study because government has provided funding for all students, irrespective of their social background, socio-economic background.
Kuna misconceptions na concerns still about this funding. Maybe uko na ujumbe gani kwa wanafunzi ambao wako maybe wanataka scholarships, wako na loans ama wako na issue na university financing any system?
Very well. In fact, kama kuna kitu tuko na shida nayo ni that word, misconception. Because watu huko nje wanapatiana taarifa mbalimbali tofauti. Huyu anasema government ina fund hivi, mwingine tofauti. One thing I would like to assure parents and students, everyone is eligible. Vile nilisema hapo mwanzo. Number 2, in case uko na any question, don't ask any person. Hapana. Uliza kama government iko na watu tunaita kuna nini zinaitanga huduma center. Pale kwa huduma center kuna watu ambao specifically wako na information about government funding. Enda pale uelezwe. Kama uwezi fikia hapo, enda to the nearest learning institution. Kama wale wako Meru, we are inviting them to Meru University. Even if you have been admitted to whichever university, na unataka kupata correct information. I have seen many people calling me, and I have actually told them, given them the right information. So to answer your question, misconceptions, don't ask any other person. Ask people who have the right information.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's go to Meru University. Napanga kuna upcoming Meru University Mount Kenya Marathon.
Yes.
What's the purpose of this event?
Very well. We actually launched that marathon last year, September. Na 5th of September this year, tuna invite kila mtu, hata wewe kuja pale Marimba tukimbie. But let me answer your question, why?
Why?
Because, you know, Meru University, apart from just being an institution of learning, is also a social partner. And being a social partner, we actually want to ensure every child gets right to education, because it's in our constitution. So, in an attempt to help students who are a bit disadvantaged economically, so we look, how can we actually assist them? So one, we actually give them work study. Wakati unasoma, tunakupatia kazi kidogo kidogo, unalipwa. Lakini it's too retro. Especially now we have about 17,000 students. So the university management and the university council came out with the idea, why don't we have an endowment fund? Endowment fund ni pesa ambazo tutapata kutoka kwa mashirika, watu ambao wangetaka kutusaidia. We take this money and put it as seed money somewhere. And from the earnings, from the profits, we are now able to support needy students.
When is the marathon?
That is, the marathon now help us to get the money from well-wishers, from sponsors. And once we get it, it is actually put in a fund, tunaitanga endowment fund. Sasa kutoka kwa hiyo endowment fund kuna faida kidogo inapatikana. Hiyo faida sasa ndio tunachukua, tunaangalia who is the most needy.
When is the marathon?
The marathon is 5th September.
Oh, September.
Tarehe 5 mwezi wa 9 mwaka huu. Marimba campus. Pale watu wengi wanajua kama Marimba farm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tukimalizia,
yes.
The message you have for the students wale wameplacewa na groups and maybe who are interested to join the Meru University.
In fact, I want to actually take this opportunity, number one, to congratulate them and most welcome them to Meru University. And we are expecting them to report on 25th of August, tarehe 25 mwezi huu. We are expecting them kwa sababu masomo inaanza tarehe 7 mwezi wa 9. That is 7th of September. So during that time, we do a lot of orientation kuwapeleka through processes. So waweze kuingia pale kwa our website, wa login, and they go through the processes. They will actually be directed. Na pahali wanakwama, kwa ile website yetu we have contacts. They can call us and we shall guide them.
Wow. And
tell them, come to the Mast's Fraternity. Actually, it is the foundation of innovations.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you, Daktari.
Asante sana.
Tukuona kanya. Nukubo Kemeru.
Mono.
Kuhekora na chiari. Mona aditoa.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Kiri barabo ndebo kwa na batwe. Bwiti bwiti kupokuwa tontupomo kana bwile kiri adito bara. Bawu kumaskuru thai. Kenda widra uite ndene oturo onto. Kenda we ikinya mbere. No mwaka wa trek thomo kusucceed na njire mwe kana irengi. Teto chia wero theira tusichite in 10 minutes time toka zwakari ko nari tayari kuretera teto chia theithatu amuna rwaria rwawe rotuko boruare till tomorrow in the morning betawa matambia dot.
Eje ni Meru TV.